Okay, before y'all start roasting yourselves for the state of your island, I have played 255 hours of Animal Crossing New Horizons. So who needs to be roasted now? Hello everyone, it's Lynn again. I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. I mean, the entire world has been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. I'm very happy today that I will be sharing my island with y'all. I've been very timid about filming a tour because I want everything to be immaculate. I am such a perfectionist, and it really doesn't help that I keep seeing all these beautiful designs and layouts and ideas on social media. You know what I'm feeling when you're scrolling through your Instagram feed and everyone's like younger but prettier and like more talented than you? Well, imagine that feeling but with Animal Crossing, like Animal Crossing. Anyways, I've gone over those feelings and my island's not perfect, but I still want to share what I've been grinding for 255 hours with you guys with no time travel. And I reached the 5-star status around 2-3 weeks ago, so buckle on in, kiddos, and get ready for the tour. Without further ado, let's dive right on in. Here we are, we're about to land on my little island of lentil soup. It's looking a little bit more like a town, and it's named after the nickname that my friend gave me when I was taking Chinese lessons way back in middle school. He thought that my name Lynn kind of sounded like lentil soup, and you know, it's cute, it's stuck, it's kind of funny. So I've been naming the worlds I've been playing in after it. And now that we're landing, we're here at the airport. Look at the beautiful golden rays just streaming through the windows on this fine morning, and we're just gonna stroll right on in through the entrance. As you can see, there's a lot of trees, a lot of flowers, a little bit of waterfall pouring, a bit of dramatic flair with the bridges branching off and the water fountain in the middle. But I'm a dramatic person, so I guess it makes sense. And we're gonna hop on over to the left bridge, where it's going to take us to our first place, which is my little public library. Because if there's one thing my villagers aren't allowed to be, it's illiterate. This is by far my favorite part of my island because I love the coziness and warmth that it emits. And sometimes I just see my villagers reading a little book here, and it's adorable because reading is so cute, okay? There's a reason why that Instagram account, Hot Guys Reading, exists. And behind my library, we have an obligatory orchard with some fruit trees. And behind this orchard, we'll find our little market, which is where I leave all of the duplicate items I may have for my friends who are visiting my island to pick up. And by the market, there's a strip of beach that's pretty much left blank. I just like how open it is. And on this rock, there's a little stargazing spot, which looks beautiful at nighttime. If we go way up north to the very leftmost corner, you'll find my theme park. There's a lot of cutesy Disney-esque elements here. I would not say that this is my personal aesthetic, but I got a lot of adorable furniture that I wanted to use somehow, so this little fairgrounds amusement park area was birthed. Also, I saw an oddly big fish here, and I thought I would try to catch it. And you know what? It's a sea bass! Wow! Haven't caught one of those before. And in the very back on this huge gray rock is a little lighthouse cafe area. I'm very proud of how the chairs and tables match the color scheme of the lighthouse. And that is pretty much it for the left side of my island. We're gonna skirt scoobity-doop-dop right up this ramp into the Zen Garden, which is a little bit more nature focused. There's a lot of bamboo trees, bamboo furniture. Here's me jamming out to this bamboo doll being exercised. Or maybe it's being blessed, I don't know. The screeching noise and levitation that it makes when it pops out kinda scares me. I know having a Zen or bamboo garden isn't exactly the most original idea, but it makes up for the fact that I am whitewashed. So there's this little seating area that features my little turtle, Tortimer. Say hi, Tortimer. Hello. His nickname is Timmy, if you'd like to call him that as well. And in the back, there's a twin set of waterfalls with a little pink picnic area. Very good if you want to kick back and relax and eat some food, like how Julian is up there. He's just munching away on this little sandwich. Now we can hop right on over into the dim sum restaurant, because the moment I found out that there were dim sum tables, I knew I had to make a restaurant. I would kill for some dim sum right now. I love dim sum. And my restaurant has a little waiting area because all dim sum restaurants have at least a minimum of 1 hour wait time. And along the sides we have some food and some dining carts that have little bamboo steamers and soup kettles. So they look like the little carts that the servers push around to give you food. Overall, the theme and cohesiveness of this area, immaculate. We're gonna retrace our steps and go back down to take the very last bridge to the right, which leads to the main part of my island. Right here we have a telephone box and a little bench, and it's right in front of our museum. My museum layout is not very elaborate. I didn't do a very good job of planning out the architecture of my island, but even in the simplicity, I really love it. I have my first lily of the valley in the center of those waterfalls. Also, Blathers is the best non-villager character in this game. You cannot argue with me on that. It is a factual statement. And I'm also very proud of how far my fossil collection has grown, because look at these dinosaurs. They're so fucking cool, bro. They're huge. It's amazing. The fact that the museum is still one of my favorite parts of this game remains uncontested. To the left of the museum, we have a little pond nature area and a little picnic basket. And then let's visit the Able Sisters. I'm very proud of how the storefront turned out. There's a sewing machine and a clothesline for Mabel and Sable to use. And I also custom designed one of the simple panels to make it look like a closet. So overall, I'm very proud of how my interior design skills kind of just came through. To the left of the Able Sisters, we have a work in progress gardening area. I just have some little plots of my native flowers, which are lilies. And in the middle of this cluster of buildings, we have our little traveling internet cafe, which is where I would like to think that visiting villagers and people can come to get a cup of coffee, to have a croissant, to kick back and relax and, you know, take advantage of that free Wi-Fi. There's a lot of traveling decor along with this one mini fridge that you can apparently get changed in. Wouldn't think a mini fridge was spacious enough for that, but you know, it is what it is. And adjacent to the cafe, we have our music area, because I love seeing my villagers just jam out and make some bops. I have a variety of instruments, and I'm still focusing on collecting all of them. 2020 Coachella is quaking. Now we're gonna walk down to our playground. I really love the playfulness with the greens and pinks and the whites. Just a good spot for the kiddos to hang out and have fun. And we gotta stop by our little Nook's Cranny, which I am so proud of. Like, look at those blues and reds and oranges and how it kind of just all ties in to the branding of Nook's Cranny for all your capitalistic and stock market needs. And let's dash back up towards Town Hall, which I realize is supposed to be resident services, because this is technically an island, not a town, but Wild World me cannot get the terminology right. Behind our Town Hall, we have a little vending machine for snacking purposes. And then we have a land bridge that connects the two parts of my island. There's a big greenery and nature and plenty of Eastern influences. We have a little picnic area, a little bamboo bench to plop right onto. And at the end of this bridge, we have our lucky cat, our golden lucky cat, whom I pay respects to every single morning. We're gonna take the left at the waterfalls and go up into our first neighborhood area where we have my villagers' houses. Our first resident we're gonna feature today is Ellie. I love decorating my villager spaces because it gives me something a little bit more creatively challenging to do, because I like to fit my villagers' interests. Like, Ellie loves gardening. Here is also a little mini pathway, a little dedication to the trees and the flowies. And behind it we have Rory's house, one of my starting villagers. He's very sporty, very athletic, macho. He also calls me Susu, which is my Vietnamese nickname. And Rory's neighbor is Julian, this gay unicorn icon. Jinx, what do you mean? I haven't even said anything yet, bitch. His exterior is a little bit of a work in progress still for me, but he has a very fancy pool. Julian is too good for a public pool. He must have his own private one. Next to Julian is Bruce. I had a lot of fun with Bruce because I gave Bruce an open air kitchen. It's very sleek and masculine, a little bit dark and edgy, stuck with some blue and red accents, as you can see with this amp and guitar. And a watchful eye would see that behind Bruce's house, I have a little tarot reading table. This is where people go to banish their ugly villagers. Just kidding. If you are guilty of villager abuse, it's not too late to stop. And if you don't, I'll call CPS on your ass. It's so sad to see people beating up their villagers. Anyways, let's go back down. As you can see, the ramp leads back to the main town, and then we can go to the other neighborhood. But firstly, let's check out the little greenhouse. This is one of the newest features to my island, and it's very cute. I'm a hoe for plants, so having a greenhouse was almost a given. And this greenhouse is right in front of Owl's house, who everyone seems to hate on social media, but I think he's kind of cool. He's very sweet. I also love the color scheme of his house. The black and the gray and the yellow just are very pleasant on my eyeballs. And Owl's neighbor is Judy, who is a little bear, and Judy's actually really sweet, and I had a fun time decorating her house. I also have a little fishing spot at my pier here. It's very simply decorated. And as we head back up, we'll hit Midge's house. Still one of my favorite villagers. She is adorable and she's a sweetheart. I focused on using red and green tones because green contrasts really nicely with her red roof and door. And Midge's neighbor is the sassier Tammy, who has a yellow aesthetic. And our final house on this block is Annalise's house, which I've sadly neglected because I have no good beach furniture. Annalise, I will do you justice one day. And our last villager is Margie, who is my newest villager. I decorated her house with those imperial furniture vibes. As you can probably tell by now, I love adding these little thoughtful details to my villagers' houses because I love interacting with them and I really enjoy decorating exteriors. Now next to Margie's house, we have a gardening center. Still in progress, as you can see. There's some furniture that I still want to get and details I want to fine tune. Right next to the gardening center, we have some wildflowers, some nice trees, and then we can take the little dirt pathway up to the second level at Nature's Corner. This is one of the prettiest part of my islands because it's just trees and just flowers. I have my little cross-pollination hybrid plot here, and it's just a peaceful area that isn't distracted by the craziness and cluttered aesthetic I have when it comes to decorating with furniture. If we take the second ramp up, you'll reach the campsite, which has a very nice view. Sadly, my campsite was empty because no one likes me, so no one likes to come visit me. My campsite has a warm theme, and it's decked out with amenities that for anyone who's visiting, they would have a grand heck of a time. Goldie, if you are thinking about visiting my island, please do. Don't second guess yourself. Come over. You will be welcome. The next spot we're gonna visit on my island is tucked away in a corner. We just go past the neighborhood we just visited and walk up along the beach. You'll reach my little spa area. It's complete with multiple baths for your luxurious, relaxing pleasure and a sauna as well. I was very much inspired by like Japanese hot springs and just the idea of self-care. And right behind my spa, there's a little secret path that leads to my secret beach, and it's dedicated towards Uncle Iroh from Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's a little tea set and tea table and also a go board that's supposed to represent the little White Lotus game that he plays. Nothing but respect for the best character in Avatar, yo. And that's pretty much all the parts of my island, so we get to tour my home, which I saved for last. Behind the big waterfall display, and it's kind of nestled in between everything else in a little valley. I'm still working out what I want like my yard to look like. As you can see, I have a grand piano, a little eating place, a little library area. But let's go ahead and head right into my house. I have not gotten my last upgrade yet because I've been spending all my time grinding not for bells but to make my island look cute. So here is my main room. I love mixing and matching furniture and I just love putting things together so it's a little bit eclectic and messy. And let's check out the bathroom. I love my bathroom. I could not figure out what to do with it for the longest time, but I decided on this blue, white, and green design. It's very simplistic and a little bit more cottage-like with some Zen elements. And if we enter the room in the middle, this is my arts and craft area. It's very different from the past two rooms. It's very colorful. I want it to look like a funky Brooklyn brownstone apartment, and I think I achieved that. I have a lot of my custom designs hanging up, a loom right here, and just those small little details that makes it feel like a messy loft. And for the last room on this floor, we have our kitchen. It hasn't changed very much since I've last shown you guys it. It's a little bit more muted in the color, a little bit beigey, a little bit more mature. I also love that my Animal Crossing house is better than anything I'll ever own in my life. I would kill for a 1-bedroom apartment, but here I am in Animal Crossing vibing with a 2-story house. And speaking of 2 stories, let's head up to my second floor. This is the bigger room and it's my bedroom. I love the antique set. Everyone is obsessed with the Ironwood set, but I want to collect all the antique furniture. Absolutely love this room. I love the colors. I would love my room in real life to look like this. HGTV, hire me. I'll bring in the ratings, yo. I am very proud of this room and how far it's come. And that is my house. And that also means it's the end of this video because that's pretty much my entire island. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed me giving you a little tour of what I've been working on for the past 2 months, pretty much non-stop. Maybe you gathered some inspo, maybe you roasted me on my design choices, but either way, thank you so much for sticking around and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!